the $100 lottery ticket that could literally transform your life in 36 months. That is the topic for today. Earlier today, I made a post on Facebook, and I wanted to explain and give you some definitions on what the word staking crypto means. This is something that is very similar to what you know as certificates of deposit or CDs back in the day. And most of you probably are aware that your parents and grandparents probably socked some money away because it was an extremely safe way to put money away. You couldn't touch it for a year, 18 months, 24 months, 36 months, and you would be paid interest on loaning the bank your money, and they would loan it out to other people. Well, those CDs are not paying very much anymore, but the concept is what I wanted you to understand, because that's exactly how staking crypto works. Now, to give you a little bit of background about what's going on in the economy right now, I received an email that kind of really brought this home to me, and I wanted to share that with you today. First of all, the banks have lost 50% of their value over the last 1 year. Not just one or two banks, the entire sector that that's listed on NASDAQ, they've lost about 50% of their value. Bonds, which are typically very safe instruments, when things are going bad over here, people tend to put their money in bonds. Bonds are just loans to businesses or governments, and typically they are safe. But guess what? They are at an all-time low. And the NASDAQ is actually up as well as it is down. And let me explain that to you. Out of the top 500 companies, 493 of those are losing value. There's only 7 that they're calling the Magnificent Seven that are actually carrying the weight for all the other 493. And guess what kind of companies those are? Those are the tech companies. That's right. You heard that right. Those are the tech companies. So the Magnificent Seven is actually carrying the whole NASDAQ, and it's making it look like there's positive growth, when in reality, 493 are losing value, and there's only 7 that's carrying the load on that. And I say that because we are in some really difficult times right now, and people don't know what to do. And so I'm out here scouring the internet, going into these groups, trying to find income opportunities that can help the everyday person. And one of the things that I have done, and I've been doing this for several years now, is I have been staking cryptocurrency in different platforms. And what that means is I am loaning them my crypto to do certain things. And they either, one, pay me back a little bit of interest on my money for loaning it to them, or they may be giving me some of their tokens, their particular token or coin, and I get that back. And so I wanted to share, I did post that on Facebook so you could get a little bit better idea. But here's a couple of ways that you can make money by staking crypto. The first one is the liquidity pool. If you have you've probably heard of Ethereum, Bitcoin, different platforms like that. All those are on the blockchain, and they have to have a way to operate. And so they need our let me back up just a minute. Okay, they need us to create that platform so that they can pay all the people to make the platform possible. Does that make sense? And so in order to do that, sometimes they need to borrow money and borrow crypto until they get paid later. And so one of the things is you can do a liquidity pool, and that makes it very easy for people to trade crypto. Let's say that I have some Bitcoin, but I really want some Ethereum. If there's not enough of that out there in the marketplace, then that transaction can't happen, and it might take a really long time in order for me to buy the crypto that I want. So we can stake crypto and it can go into this marketplace, and it makes it easy for these transactions to happen. If you have ever traded your crypto from one to the next, swapped it, that's what's going on there. And so you can loan your crypto out for it to go into a liquidity pool. And then, when you do that, every single time there is a charge. There is a fee to buy crypto. There is a fee to transfer it out. There is a fee to swap. So I would be getting a piece of that action. Next, there is a lending protocol, just like anything else. People, you can lend your money out, your crypto, and get paid interest on it. Just like there's a lending protocol, there's also a borrower's protocol. You might not realize it, but you can use crypto as collateral for loans and pay it back. Next is yield farming, and that is where you put your money in and you stake it for a certain period of time, but they're in a variety of liquidity pools, not just one. So you have a bigger opportunity to make more money in something like that, into yield farming, which is really exciting, okay? Next, we've got derivatives that you can actually, just like you can trade futures and options on like crops and pork bellies and different things like that, you can do that with crypto. It's really like gambling. What do you think the future is going to look like for, let's just say, Bitcoin or Ethereum? So you actually can do a derivative contract and you can make money that way. So all it is you have some crypto in your wallet, and you can go and stake that crypto by putting it on deposit on one of these platforms, and they pay you back. It's all on the blockchain, so it's all transparent. Yes, there can be some risk attached to it, just like there is with anything else. So anyways, I just wanted to kind of give you a little primer, because you've probably by now been hearing people talk about staking crypto, and you might not understood what that was all about. So one of the platforms that I am vetting this week has a unique aspect to staking, and I'm not 100% sure whether I'm going to move forward or not, because I'm still in the vetting process. But I wanted to share it with you anyways, just to show you what some of the possibilities are with this platform, because you may be interested in it as well. Now, one of the drawbacks when you stake your crypto, that means you don't have access to it until the term is completed. So if it's a week, 10 days, if it's a month, if it's 6 months, if it's 18 months, if it's 24, 36, all of that means you don't have access to that money. And typically speaking, the longer you wait for something, the more risk you have tied up in that, okay? But the higher that the risk, the reward that you should be expecting is what? Who remembers? The higher the risk, the higher the potential reward, okay? So on some of these staking, they want to have your crypto tied up for a longer period of time. And this particular one right now, the lowest one is 36 months. They have a 3-year, a 5-year, or a 7-year DeFi contract. And what makes this one really unique is there's 3 pieces to this. You have yourself, which you have your crypto, and then you have an insurance policy that insures the wallet, so you're insured, and then you have a bank that loans the money out for this contract. And this money starts out at a certain amount, and I want to give you one of the examples here. On the 36-month contract, the bank will loan out $35,097 for 3 years. And your contract will earn anywhere from 0.1% to 0.3% a day. A day. And out of those earnings, the insurance premium has to be paid and the bank has to be paid interest every year during that time. And at the end of that contract, you get whatever is left. And guess how much money you will have put inside this contract out of your wallet? $100. $100 can make this particular contract happen. The 60-month one is even more exciting. Again, to put the contract on order, it's $100. You have the life insurance policy on the wallet for the contract. The bank will lend out $43,200, and on your account, you will earn, or you're projected to earn, 0.1% to 0.3% a day. And at the end of 60 months, which is 5 years, I hope you're sitting down for this, the expected payout by the time all the insurance policy and the bank is paid off, your piece of that coming back to you would be $471,487 for your initial payment of $100. Now, this is a really unique thing. I have not seen this done before. I am very familiar with whole life insurance policies that have cash values and all of that. So I'm checking into this a little bit deeper to make sure, obviously, that this is legit or not. I'm looking for anybody who has actually gone through this, had this platform for over 36 months that they've been able to cash out. Yes, $100 is not very much to worry about losing, but you can buy up to 20 contracts for one account under this particular platform. And so I want to make sure, because there's a potential there that you could make a ton of money. Now, they do have another option that is 7 years, and that number is in the millions of dollars. But again, that means they're holding my money for 7 years. And if you want to see just how much money that you can earn by compounding on a daily basis, y'all, this is compounding daily, not weekly, not monthly, not quarterly, not annually like traditional. This is every day this money is compounding. I've shared with you a calculator previously, and I'll put that on my Facebook post for you to do as well. But I encourage you to go on there and put $1 in and put 0.3% per day in that compound calculator and put 7 years, do it again for 3 years, do it again for 5 years, and see what your $1 would grow to in 7 years. It will literally blow your mind, but that is the power of compound interest. It's crazy. It starts out and it's really slow. And then once it starts gaining momentum, it's like anything else. It's kind of like the lily pads in the pond. If you've ever seen one of those take over. Starts out 1, then it doubles to 2, then it doubles to 4, then it doubles to 8. And after a while, the whole pond is covered in those lily pads. That's kind of like what happens with compound interest, especially when you are compounding 365 times a year. So this is a blockchain contract. And again, there is 3 different people, so to speak, but this is on the blockchain, so there's no really humans involved in this, so nobody can change this. So there's you, the person who has the contract. There's the insurance company that has the insurance on the contract to make sure that nobody defaults. And then there is the bank that actually loans the money. And everything is in your back office, and you see it on a daily basis how it is growing. But again, you will not receive that payout until the end of your contract period, which is either a 3, 5, or a 7-year term. Now, some of you don't have the patience for that, and I get that. But this is life-changing income. This has the potential for generational legacy money. for a $100 initial investment. Again, you can do up to 20 on this, and I think they're fixing to open up, they're revamping the website right now. So anyways, again, I'm not positive that I'm going to do this one yet. I've got to talk to some more people, and one of the things that I do is I want to find somebody who's actually, even though they say they've been in business since 2016, I want to talk to some people who I know personally, or people that my people know personally that's actually went through this. I want to look at their back office. I want to see the hash where, now I have seen some things where the money has been transferred out and all of that stuff, but I don't know those people. So anyways, this is just an exciting thing to share with you, to show you, because some of you think that 3% a year or 10% a year, or, you know, the old school way of thinking. You need to get your head wrapped around the fact that this is indeed possible. Use the compound calculator. Crypto is here to stay, whether you like it or not. So you might as well be learning how to play around in this digital currency world and help those. This is another one of those instances where you're helping somebody else fulfill their dream. All you have to do is let them borrow your crypto for a little bit. That's it. You don't do anything else. They do all the work and you just get paid for it. So again, this is all about crypto staking. This particular one, it's a $100 minimum investment that you would have to put in order to reap those rewards. So if anybody out there is interested, once I get finished vetting it, feel free to send me a message and we'll talk a little bit more about it, and I will send you a link so that you can learn more as well. So anyway, this is Nancy Gaskins, sharing seeds of financial hope and entrepreneurial opportunity in communities around the globe. Be open-minded. Don't be closed-minded. Look and explore, folks. There is opportunity around the world. You just have to open your eyes and be willing to go for it. Y'all have a fabulous day.